Okay, awesome. You let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready,
It's just gonna be a regular conversation.
Yes, yes,
So
I'm ready.
excellent. So yeah, Irina, it's such a pleasure to have you on the Growth Never Stops podcast. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm happy as always, Yeah.
As always.
Normal, normal day in Barcelona, yeah. Another day in paradise.
Oh, but I love it. I love it. I would just suggest we start by sharing the story about how we got to know each other at the Millionaire Mind Intensive in Barcelona. So,
Yeah.
I went all by myself. I went to this seminar all by myself in Barcelona. I was alone. I was the only one from Luxembourg out there. And for some reason, I don't know why, I would like you to tell me, but
Mhm.
you sort of with Natalia, I believe you approached me. You were just being so kind, so generous right
Yeah,
from the start. And I was a little bit, by my own. I got to know Sarah, so
yeah.
I was with her all the time. I didn't know anybody else. And so just tell me why. What was it that led you to approach
You
me?
know, I saw because I saw you and you were so joyful, and yeah, I decided, oh, he's like similar to me, like, yeah, he looks similar, and yeah, I decided, okay, yes, I want to talk to him because you have kind of similar energy, and yeah, it's like your eyes, a lot of light. I mean, like a lot of fire in your eyes, and I decided, yes, yes, I want to just talk to this guy, and yeah, just this, yeah,
It
it
was
was
such.
easier.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. I mean, we connected effortlessly, and then we also had Edu, we also had Alex, and I always tell people it was one of the most beautiful weekends of my entire life, and I felt like I've been connected with you guys for basically my entire life. It felt so effortless, and I was so emotional when it was done. It was so tough to leave. It was so tough to leave you guys. It was so tough to leave the city. I just loved the city. Barcelona is such a dream city, and wow, so such a blessing to be able to connect with souls like you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad we met, and yeah,
Yeah,
it's like some kind of connection, It's like, oops, yeah,
instant.
we fit into each other. Yeah, that's okay.
Right. So let's start by maybe if you could take us through your life path. We haven't really had the chance to talk about it. Like, tell me about where you were born, about your childhood, the way of life you had in your home, mindset with your family, the challenges you had to overcome in life, and ultimately how you ended up doing what you're doing today and living in the beautiful city of Barcelona. The stage is yours. You can start talking.
Michael, it's such a long story. You can't imagine because I'm 47 years old, and yeah, I'm still full of energy. I look like, I don't know, 30, 32 maybe, yeah. And I feel like I'm 30, 32, and yeah. And that's why some people, when they ask me about my childhood, about something in the past, from the past, I think, oh gosh, it was so far along, from that moment. Yeah, yeah, I was born in Moscow, and yeah, in Russia, and I was like normal people, like in Russia, more very serious, and yeah, just do normal stuff. I went to the school, then to university. I get married very very early because I was 18, and at 19 I gave a birth, and now I have a son. He's 28, and yeah, that's my story. And I graduated 3 university. I work as a financial director in huge company in Russia, and one day I decided, okay, I want to change my life completely, and I left my office, and I started travel, and yes, I traveled about 7 years. I wanted to find my place, I wanted to find some place where I want to stay for a long time, where I want to settle down. Don't travel anymore because traveling is quite difficult, yeah. Yeah, that's my story in a few words. And yeah, I decided it would be Barcelona. I like Barcelona so much because of people, so kind and so they're smiling. And Barcelona, it's a kind of international, and I love Spanish. And yeah, before I've been to London 2 years, and I love London, of course. Yes, it's amazing city. I love London with all my heart. Yeah, but you know, the weather and yeah,
It's a different. It's different, right?
yeah, yeah. And I decided, okay, I want to see the sun, every day. And when I wake up every day, I see the blue sky and the sun, and I'm so happy. I'm in Barcelona. You can't imagine. I feel this. Oh gosh, I'm in Barcelona. I'm so happy already. It's like
Yeah.
every day started with the blue sky, and I'm already happy. It's like wow. And then I can see all this architecture every day. I love Gaudi so much. Oh gosh, I love architecture of Barcelona. I can just go out on the street and I feel, oh gosh, and I can talk to them, with locals. I can speak Spanish, and it's like, oh gosh, I'm so grateful. I can speak Spanish. I can understand locals. It's like, oh, I'm so happy. Yeah, I don't know. I want to share this feeling with all the world around, and that's why I'm always smiling. And some of my friends, they ask me, Irina, you're not Russian. Why? Come on, why? I'm not Russian. I'm Russian. No, you're smiling always. Yes, you're not Russian.
So,
Yeah,
so
that's it.
was it difficult for you to kind of leave the corporate world and just enter a little bit this state of uncertainty, not really know where you would land and actually be doing? Was that difficult for you, that transition?
Yeah, it was difficult. I didn't expect it would be so difficult because, during 17 years, I used to go out and just go to my office. And then after office, I went to university or to meet with my friends or to my family. And it was, like a normal way to live, and I didn't, wish some kind of life like now I have, because it was like, okay, I have normal life, I have money, I have normal job, I have family, I have everything. It was like I looked like happy, but really something bothered me, and I thought, oh gosh. And at one moment I just imagined it's like, well, oh gosh, it would be all my life, day by day, the same. And I was like so surprised, and I was, oh no, I don't want this life. It's normal. It was normal, but it wasn't me, it wasn't me, like real me. And yeah, I'm divorced with my husband. I left my job. Left everything in Russia, and I went to Asia. And after that, I went to India, and in India, I spent 2.5 months only with small bag. I didn't have to have too much clothes, too much stuff, and
Yeah, minimalistic life. Yeah.
yes, minimalistic life with small bag. And I was so surprised, after this corporate world, like after high heels, after all these,
Fancy
sure,
suits
yes,
and shit.
fancies,
Yeah.
and yes, manicure, pedicure, and all this stuff, and jewelry. And in Moscow, I had a huge car, and yeah, I was like, okay, I am just glamour lady. It was like in India, in flip flops, and yeah, it just small bag, and I was like nowhere, and it was really big challenge for me. And yeah, I decided to come back to Moscow and organize my own business training center. And yes, I came back and I organized everything, and it was good, 2 years. But after that, I decided, okay, I was in business and I worked for someone. Okay, now I have my own business. Okay, but it looks similar, you know, because it looks similar because it's the same. I just changed the role, but it was the same because every day I went to the office, I do all normal stuff, and yeah, it was like, you know, the same way. And I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
similar. Yeah.
yeah, similar. It was, I said, no, it's not, it's not what I want. And yeah, I sold my business and went to London. And in London, I started new life, like completely new life, because I graduated my university, I become psychologist, and I didn't know how to find client and how I can work, how I can work on internet, online. And then day by day, I created my new life, my new lifestyle. And yeah, it's more simple now. It's really more simple now, but I'm more free. I can go everywhere. And yeah, okay, maybe it's less money a little bit than in corporate world, you know, because it's like, wow. But now I can more freedom. I can just leave everything and just say, okay, now I can take my dog and go somewhere close to Barcelona and just enjoy, you know, and lie down on the beach and just look at the sky and do nothing, do anything, just like, oh, do nothing. It's like, oh gosh, it's so nice feeling, you know.
Yeah. So liberating. Yeah.
Yes, I'm learning from Spanish because they can we have this expression, you know, disfruta la vida. They can enjoy the
Enjoy
life.
life. Yeah.
Yes, enjoy the life. Yeah, it's like, wow, it's amazing feeling. I never thought I can do it, you know. I'm always busy. I'm busy in my mind. I'm busy like in life, you know. I do a lot of projects. You know, I'm involved in doing. I create my books. I can paint something. I can create online courses, a lot of online courses. I can work with my clients. I can do a lot of stuff, and at the same moment, I can just, you know, disfrutar la vida, enjoy the life, and just say yes.
and
It's so nice feeling.
and while Mike making that transition, were there some moments of doubts? Did you experience like a lowest point where you didn't really know if you would be able to push through, and maybe that you would have to go back to your corporate life? Did you have these kind of moments sometimes where you were not really sure how your future would look like?
I didn't know how about future. Nothing. Yeah, I didn't know anything. But it was like uh, I've never wanted to come back to the office. Never.
Okay.
I was so happy. I left the office and I thought, oh gosh, I'm happy. I don't want to come back. Never, never, like never. And every day I was so grateful. I have another life, but of course I have some moments when I felt destroyed, and I felt, oh gosh, who I am, where I have to go. And sometimes I thought I'm just no one. Like I didn't understand what I can do for this world. I didn't understand where to go, what to do. And yes, you know, I have a lot of friends, and I'm so grateful to my friends because they always support me, and my family, they always support me. And yeah, it's like, yeah, without them, I can't imagine I can go through all of this, because it's quite difficult sometimes. Even now, you know, even now I have some moments and I feel, oh gosh, what I'm doing, no one doesn't want it. No, it's everything like useless, you know, it's like everything like worthless. It's like no one, yeah. But another day I wake up and I say, no, no. Yes, of course, you know, the world needs me. This world needs me. This world needs my creation. This world needs my online courses. This world needs my energy and my joy, my happiness. And you know, sometimes it's not too much, because I used to listen a lot of workshops of Joe Dispenza, and
Yes.
yes, I love Joe Dispenza so much, and yes, he completely changed my mind. You know, it changed my mind, and it's like wow,
Love it, love it.
it was like yes, another challenge, Joe Dispenza, and I love to listen a lot of motivation from Tony Robbins, from other speakers, and yeah, I'm listening them every day. And I have some Russian teachers, and yes, I'm listening them, and you know, change my mind every day, little by little. And yes, I went to retreat to Thailand and to Portugal 4 times, and
What
yes,
kind of retreat was that?
retreat, it's like, you know, 7 days in silence, meditation, just simple food, like, you know, 2 bananas, and yeah, just simple food, and a lot of water and a lot of meditations, about 10 hours every day. No gadgets at all, no phones, no computer, no books, no notebook,
Is
nothing.
that a Vipassana retreat?
You know, they call it anapanasati. We
Okay.
practice anapanasati. It's Buddhism practice.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. It's similar to Vipassana. It's similar to Vipassana, but it's another kind of breathing, another kind of way to get mindfulness, you know?
How did that change your life, these kind of retreats?
Oh, after every retreat, you know, my life become another, it's like, yeah, I become so different after every retreat. It's like different lives, you know, because it's another way to think about myself and to think about another people. And I thought, oh gosh, I'm so bigger than in my imagination. And another people, they are so bigger. I mean, like they are so they have a lot of possibilities, and they don't realize they have it.
Right.
And even me, you know, I didn't realize I can do all this stuff what I'm doing now, for example. And you know, my opinion about people, about myself, about the world, every time after retreat it becomes another and another. And I suppose this is just the start, because when I took interview for my book from English monk, he lives in Thailand already 25 years, and now he's Thai monk, but really he's English guy. Yeah, and now he's about 76 years, and he told me, you know, Irina, you can't imagine, because everything you have on retreat now, all these profits, I don't know how to say, yes, all these skills and meditations, yes, it's nothing, because it's just the start. You can have even in 500 more than you can imagine. I thought, in 500? I thought I already, you know, I had mindfulness, I had experience of mindfulness. I was so grateful, because I didn't expect I can have it, you know. And I thought, oh gosh, I can have experience in 500 more. It was like, it's just the first step, because 25 years he spent in that, you know, monastery. It's like not monastery, it's like nature, beautiful nature and mountains, and yes, and just some kind of place in Thailand. And yeah, it's like he told me so beautiful, so interesting things about human nature, about happiness, about people. And I asked him to publish this interview in my book about happiness.
Wow.
It's not only about happiness, it's like about life, about his story of life, how he becomes a monk, and how he decided to do it, because it's very difficult, you know, to live all this normal life. And
Right.
yeah, that's it. That's
So
my
powerful.
story. Yeah.
Tell us more about your book. Tell us what it's about. Tell us about the people included involved. Tell us about the interviews. Tell us about when it's going to be published. Everything. We want it all.
Yeah, this book, it's my life. Yeah, it's like one day I was in India. Really, I was in India, and I started to write a few stories. And yeah, it was a few stories about some people I've met. And during my traveling, I was traveled with my mom. Really, it was second time. It was her second time in India, and she was like reading, my book, my stories in Facebook, and she asked me one day, Irina, why you don't want to publish all this story, and why you don't want to publish the book about it? And I thought, oh gosh, it's really interesting, because people, when they read true stories about normal people life, and so different life, because I met a lot of different people from, they were so rich, they were so poor, or they were just middle class, and yeah, they are from different countries, from different cultures. And I thought, okay, maybe I can ask them about some interview, not about just my story, from my opinion, from my point of view. I decided, okay, and I thought about the topic of my book, and I thought, oh gosh, maybe I can take the topic of my book, happiness. But it's not only about happiness, it's the habit of happiness, to be happy. It's the habit of being happy, because it's not interesting to take some moments of happiness when everybody can feel it. Of course, it's just like, okay, I gave a birth, my son, I'm happy at this moment. Okay, I bought a new car. Okay, I was happy in that moment. Okay, I met my husband. Okay, I met my friend. I was happy in that moment. No, it's not so interesting. It's more interesting to find happy people who feel happy, in general in their life. Even they have some troubles in their lives. Of course they have some troubles. Of course they are normal people. Of course everybody has some troubles. Everybody has some low moment. Yes. And I thought, okay, maybe that guy, yeah, he's happy. Yeah, I can ask him about interview. Maybe that woman. Yes. And I met first woman in India. She's Russian, and originally she's from Georgia. And I asked her to give me a first interview. It was about 1 hour, and it was so deep. And I decided, oh God, I cried when I took
Wow.
that interview. I cried, and I was laughing, and I thought, oh gosh, everybody will know about this woman, about that guy. And I thought, yes. Just first, yes, that was I found first two guys, and after that I started to thought who I know, and he's happy or she's happy. Really, not too much people.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because in general, I mean, like in general, and when I meet them, I have this feeling. I want to stay with them for a long time. I want to spend more time with them. I want to listen to them. I want to share with them something. I want to just listening, and I want just to be with them, just close to them. This is feeling. And I catch up this feeling, and I decide, okay, I can find some people from my friends. And I found one man from Dinamarca. Oh.
No, from what country?
Dinamarca. Oh, it's in Spanish.
From Denmark.
From Denmark. Yeah. In Spanish, yeah. I feel like a little bit my Spanish and sometimes yes, it's like mezcla. Mess in my head sometimes. Mm-hmm. Yes, and yeah, from Denmark, and found one man from Germany, one woman from Netherlands, one or two from Ukraine, maybe. Yeah, and a few people from Russia, from Moscow, from one woman. Another year, I met another woman in India, but Indian woman, and yeah, really a lot of countries, about 9 countries, 12 people, 9 countries, different countries. And I thought, yes, I want to talk to them. And that Englishman, and 2 years I wrote this book. I asked people about interview, and if they were ready, because not all of them wanted to give me interview.
Interesting.
Yes,
Okay.
interesting. Yes, I met sometimes people, and I asked them about interview, and they told me no, I don't want. I thought,
Wow.
okay, yes, okay, yeah, that's interesting. Yes, and now even now I have 2 or 3 people for next book, because I wanna publish this book, and I want to see how it goes, and if people likes this book. I already sent my book a few people, and they give me so good feedback. It's like they told me this book it's like therapy, because they read about happiness, and they understand, okay, happiness, it's not like special moments. Happiness, it's just the habit to be happy. It's just a habit to see on this world another eyes, and it's a habit to think about yourself. It's a habit to think about another people. Yeah, it's all about habit. And I decided, okay, I know a few people, and now I wanna just ask them about interview and start another book. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, and now I translate everything in English, because first I translated everything in Russian, because it was in English, in Spanish, and in Russian. I translated everything in Russian. I edited everything, and now we translate everything in English. And I want to find some publisher in USA or in Europe and publish it in English. In Russian, already one publisher agreed to publish my book.
Amazing.
Yes, it's like, yeah, it was, I'm not famous author, and I'm not a famous writer, and they were agreed to publish it, and I was like, wow,
It's so cool.
yes, it's cool. Yeah, it's cool.
Congratulations on that.
Yes, because usually, some people told me, yes, it's so difficult to publish the book, and yeah, okay, everything difficult, difficult to come to Barcelona, it was difficult to come to London and sell everything in Russia. It was difficult to change my life. It was difficult to find new friends, No, it wasn't difficult to find new friends. It's easy for me. It's like, but sometimes it's difficult, and I prefer don't think it's too difficult. I prefer think it's easy. It's easy. Okay, I can do it. I can try to do it. Okay, maybe they can say me, okay, we don't like your book, we don't want to publish your book, and I say, okay, I will translate everything in English, and I will try in other countries,
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Of course, I believe everything, everybody has some opportunity, and it's only about me. I want to take this opportunity, or I just say, oh, it's so difficult, and I just give up. Yeah, and I say, yeah, my book doesn't work. But just remember about Harry Potter, about another famous book. Of course, it wasn't so easy to find publisher, to find someone who wants to publish unknown, writer. But I'm sure, I believe, in the universe. I believe in God. I believe in some kind of power who I don't know what helped me.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel you, yeah.
It was so funny. Sorry, I want to tell you one small story. Yeah, one guy from Australia, I forgot it. Yeah, and he's
Australia.
Australia, yeah,
Okay.
he's my teacher. And I asked him, John, do you believe in God? And he told me, I believe in God. And I asked him, do you believe there is some personality, somewhere, and he, can manage everything in our world? He told me, Irina, why do you think it's some kind of personality, or why do you think it's some kind of known? Maybe it's just the verb. I was so surprised. The verb, it's like, really, verb, like some activity? And he told me, yes, it's some kind of verb, it's some kind of activity. Maybe it's just about doing something, the God is about doing something, create something. Or I was so, it was so powerful. It was like, wow, I've never thought about it. And yeah, I asked that guy about interview. And all these people, they had some moments. They all of them met with the death, the death of their relatives, with the death of their friends or some close people, and with difficult moments in their life. And all of them, can. I really don't know how to explain it. They're so calm about death, they feel like it's a normal way of life, they explain it, it's like, it's so naturally. And I thought, oh gosh, it's like, don't worry about death too much. I mean like, remember about it, but don't worry about it too much. Even someone from your friends, pass away, it's like, yeah, it's for me, it's like a huge power in all these people whom I asked about the death, about life, about happiness, about their stories. It's just, yeah, it's just naturally. And I was surprised about it. Yeah.
Wow. What was the biggest or the most recurrent similarity that you got to hear in these different interviews? Something that came up all the time from all of these different people. Was there a kind of pattern where they all had something in common? Can you tell us about that?
Yes, they have this pattern. It's so simple because they can notice small things and feel happy every day about small things. So small things you can't imagine. This guy from Australia, he told me he's so happy every day, to come to the bed, his own bed, to sleep on the clean sheets. You can't imagine. It's just, and he told me, that's it, I feel so happy when I go to the bed and I can feel they're so clean. And this feeling, it's like, oh gosh, I'm so happy. One woman from Netherlands, she told me about the happiest day of her life. She has great family, she has great husband, she's in love with them, and with her daughter, with her husband, with her work. But when I asked her about the happiest day of her life, she told me, Irina, it was my 18th birthday, and I was so happy just to stay alone at my home with the book. And my brother, he gave me a lot of chamomiles, and some bouquet of chamomiles. And it was so calm day. It wasn't like fiesta, like celebrating of birthday. It was like so calm day. And I feel this chamomile, smell, and I feel I can be so relaxed, and I can just read my book and don't go somewhere to celebrate something. And I was so happy. She told me, it's all about small things. And I was so surprised. All of them, they told me about small things they can make them happy. In India, it's like, I was so surprised when she told me one moment, this woman that she told me about Indian guy who whom she asked to give her a cup of coffee. And she was like enjoying the sunset, because in India, in Goa, sun goes, behind the sea. It's like so beautiful.
Wow.
Every day you can just see how, the sun goes over there. It's like, oh, so beautiful. And she was sitting at cafe and enjoying the sunset. But then she was like so upset about that guy. He couldn't, gave her a cup of coffee for a long time. And he was so like annoyed a little bit, and asked him, come on, guys, give me a cup of coffee. And that guy told her, oh, sorry, I didn't want to disturb you. I wanted you enjoyed, the sunset. And after that, I could give you, the cup of coffee. And she was like, oh gosh, what I'm doing, really, where I am, why I need this cup of coffee. I just need to enjoy the sun. It was like one moment of challenging, her mind, and she would still remember of this story. And yeah, she told me this story, and I was like, nearly crying about this story, because it's really, okay, I can be annoyed about something, but it's not like, it's not my life. My life, it's, sunset. My life, it's clean sheets. My life, it's just, the day with chamomile and my book. It's like small things. That's the happiness.
And speaking of appreciating the little things, can you tell us about the three miracles concept, which is such a powerful concept? And I think that's a great fit as far as this topic right now.
Yeah. I love this theory. I even want to go with theory to TED Talks, to Canada or to USA, and to talk about this theory, how it works. I mean, like through psychology way. And
Right.
yeah, it's so simple. You can be happy if you used to find 3 miracles every day. And you become happy. You can completely change your life, because I know this theory already works during 15 years with all my clients, with all my family, with all my friends, and with all people who knows me, where I gave some lectures. And yeah, they all used to find 3 miracles every day. And some people, from different countries, they send me these miracles on my email. By email. And sometimes I see, oh gosh, they remember about 3 miracles, and they used to it. Even people with depression, they can forget about depression. They can use this theory every day, and it's very simple. And even children, especially children, they can use it. And yeah,
Can you give us some examples of these miracles?
Yes. When you wake up, how it works. Okay, when you wake up, you have to say yourself, today, I will see 3 miracles. I will notice 3 miracles. 3 miracles. It's something unusual, something unexpected, something that, what gives you this feeling in your belly. It's like, wow, yes, this is the miracle. It can be small things. It can be big things, of course. It can be small things. When you notice something unusual and you can be happy about it, something, for example, like, huge limousine. I don't know, in Barcelona, we don't have huge limousine too much. But if you notice, and I love limousines. Yeah, I love limousines. In Moscow, sometimes I see, oh, wow, it's pink limousine. It's a miracle. Of course it's a miracle, because, you can't see pink limousine every day. It's a
Right.
yeah. Or sometimes it's just normal things, in my home. Yeah, I'm in my home and I say, oh gosh, where is my miracles? And sometimes I just, take my jacket from the last year, because I didn't use it now, during the summer. Today, it was first day when I took it. And I thought I go to my pocket and I just found 10 euros. yes, it's like, wow, it's a miracle, you know.
Right.
I forgot about that 10 euros in my pocket. And yeah, now I think, wow, gosh, it's a miracle. It was some unexpected call from your friend, and you were thinking about him maybe last days, and you were thinking about, oh, I didn't hear for a long time some news from, I don't know, from Natalia or from Michael or from Alex. And wow, unexpected call or unexpected message from him. It's like, wow, it's a small miracle. And yes, when you have this feeling every day, minimum 3 times a day, especially when you can share with someone and say, yes, this is miracle. And people usually ask me, why it's a miracle? Because it's a miracle. I have so many stories from different people when they, sitting in cafe in London, for example, and with some friends, and then they just look at the window and they see some friend from Scotland or from another country, and they say, wow, yes, and at the same moment that guy went to this cafe, and they meet, like, wow, boom, London is huge. You can't just like, it's a
Bump into
miracle.
some, yeah.
It's a miracle. And yes, that moment gave you gave you a lot of power to live. It's like energy from your childhood. If your energy from your inner child, and you become a little bit childish, but it's like, it's a good feeling.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you start to believe in miracles. You start to believe something new can happen in your life, And it's about Joe Dispenza concept, because you start to open your mind to something new. You are ready, something new can happen in your life. And for example, if you used to your days and okay, tomorrow I will go to office, I will do my normal stuff, tomorrow I will meet with my friends and we can drink something, or I will see my wife again, or yes, the children will go to the school. Yeah, it's just no, it doesn't work like this. Yes, tomorrow, of course, it would be similar, more or less, but you have this feeling you can meet the miracle, something unusual. And miracles, when you start to change your perception, and you start to notice these miracles, your point of view, it would be about miracles. You start to try to find them,
You have a
these
different perspective
miracles.
of life. Yeah.
Yes. And your perspective, your mind change every day.
And start seeing the good in everything. Like starts
Yes,
finding the good, the positive
yes.
in daily
And
life.
miracles becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. Sometimes it's so huge opportunities. Sometimes it's just to meet with someone. I think when we met in that workshop in Barcelona, it was a miracle, because we are still friends. We connect to each other. We still, even this interview, it's a miracle for me, because wow, Michael, he invited me to give him in an interview. It's like, wow, it's a miracle. It's my first interview, in English. Yeah, of course, I talked a
Oh,
lot
good.
in English, and yeah, I have a boyfriend and we talk in English. Yeah, but it's like a little bit different. It's like, wow, I'm quite famous. It's a miracle. Yeah.
You're doing great, by the way. You're doing great. This is such a good episode right now.
Yeah.
What about you? You were talking a little bit about the inner child, and that is something. It's quite fascinating to me. The inner child, that as we grow older, we tend to lose that connection we have with our inner child, and we get told that there are so many things that we cannot do. But when we were children, we were able to dream so big. We thought we could become, do, and have anything that we wanted. But as we go older, it tends to fade away, and then we fall into this adulthood, where we basically lose that connection with our inner child that keeps us truly alive, that keeps us curious, that allows
Yeah.
us to live a joyful life. What is it? Why is that happening? Why is it that we tend to lose that connection and what can people do about it to reconnect with that inner child and live a more joyful and present life?
You know, when I start to work with my clients, I always start with one thing. We always start to dream. It's all about dreaming, because a lot of people, they just forget how to dream. And I always, you know, try to find the connection with inner child, because all our energy, all our health, I mean like physical health and mental health, it's all about inner child. It's all about this. And I start with work with my clients, and we start to dream. What's your word? What about you were dreaming when you were 5? What about you were dreaming when you were 10 years old? Yeah, and we just, and you know, people start to dream and they ask me, Irina, you know, I think it's impossible. I think it's impossible. It doesn't matter. Don't think it's impossible. Just dream. Dream about something. What do you want? What do you really want? Because they become bigger and bigger, how you say, and yes, they forget. They forget. Unfortunately, they forget about their dreams. But I think it's like, you know, some kind of support. Without it, we can't. It's some kind of support for the building, you know. We without dreams, we can't, you know, build something. Without dreams, your building will be, you know, so flexible. I don't know.
Yeah, it will be shaky.
Yes, it
Yeah,
would be
yeah,
shaking. Yeah, because with your dreams, you have energy. Without your dreams, it's like your eyes becomes more and more, you know, blurry.
yeah,
And yeah, it's like your fire and your
yeah. It
support and your
diminishes. It becomes more
energy.
empty. Yeah,
Yes, everything in your childhood and everything in your dreams from your childhood. And I always ask my clients, okay, just imagine I'm a Santa Claus. I'm a Santa Claus and I can, you know, all your dreams come true. Just imagine this. And they live all week. You know, I gave them 1 week. Normally I give them the 1 week, and they all week just dreams and just dream, dream, dream. And after that, when they write all these dreams, you know, on the paper, on their notebook, and they send me, and yeah, their dreams become bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's like wow. And they understand, yes. And yeah, I'm a coach, I'm a psychologist. I motivate people believe themselves. I motivate people to change their lives. I believe, you know, they can do it. I totally believe in them. I totally believe in them. Even on my visit card, I have, you know, the notice, I will always believe in you, because it's very important. Yes, it's very important someone believes in you, you know, because sometimes the people just don't have this support in their life. And yeah, and sometimes, you know, they have some ideas, but when they start to share with these ideas, some people say, oh, it's so difficult, or they say, oh, it's rubbish, oh, it's just, you know, yes, of course you are dreaming about it a lot of years, but nothing happened. No, 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 guys, it doesn't work like this. I believe because I saw a lot of miracles. I saw a lot of clients who completely changed their life, who found their wives, who found their men, who found their profession, who found their, I don't know, happiness. And yes, I know people has a lot of power. And after retreat, I know about it even more, you know. After retreat, it was like, oh God, we really don't understand who we are, and how, like that English monk told me, it's just, you know, the first steps, you know. That's it, first steps. Yeah.
Whoa. That is, I remember you giving me your cards where, yeah, like you just said, it said, I believe in you. And I could literally feel it through your card. I can literally feel the intention, the love. It is something that you do not hear that often, not even from your loved ones or from people that you know. Just these words. It's just so powerful saying to someone that you believe in them, because I feel like many people sort of lack of self-belief, believing in
Mm-hmm.
themselves, and just one single person telling them that they believe in them, it trumps everything else. So if a person doesn't believe in them, or if many others tell them that they do not believe in them, if there's just one person, like one soul, bright soul with a lot of love, who tells them that they believe in them, it can be game changing. It can be even life changing. It gives so much life. I can just feel it.
Yeah.
Now, uh, can you maybe, like, what are a few things that people can implement into their daily lives to live a happier and more abundant life? Like effortless things that they can implement right away in their daily lives, small things that can already make a difference.
Yeah.
What are some things that you would recommend to anyone, especially people who are currently having a bad time in life? They are maybe a little bit down or depressed or anxious, or live from a place of scarcity, and they're
Mhm.
desperately looking for help. So what would your approach be to start turning things around for them and bring that person on the path of a
Mhm.
light, of love, of abundance? What are some things that they could do maybe to just get it going and get on the right path again in their daily lives?
Yeah, I think the easiest way is just to start to find three miracles every day.
Right.
It's very easy, but at the same time, I can imagine if people, they are depressed and they don't believe in themselves and they don't believe in other people around and they don't believe them, even they, someone believes in them. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, because I have some clients and they're depressed and they explain me how it works. And yeah, but we start with small things. How you say, we start with small things, something smallest. Maybe you can just notice, I don't know, the bird, and maybe you can just hear the voice of the bird, like the song of the bird. Maybe it's just small things, and yeah, you start to um, think about your perception. I mean, like you start to think about your body. You start to think about what you can hear, what you can see around, and stop to think about your depression, about your anxiety, about some topics what you bothering you start to look outside a little bit, like to think about another people, to think, why, wow, that's people, where they go, what are they thinking about. Wow, it's so interesting, uh, clothes or some shoes, so funny shoes, it's like small things. You start to think, don't think about your tragedy, I don't know, or your troubles. Just start to think about another people a little bit outside, a little bit. And of course, normal things, especially for depression, for people who in depression or anxiety, just go out. Just go out for 10 minutes, maybe just 10 minutes walking, but it's very, very important. Just go out for 10 minutes walking. Even you can't do it, like because you want to go out. You used to go out. You used to go out. Don't sit at your home, don't sit and just look at their walls. And yeah, when you go out and just look around, maybe to look at the trees, and on the people, yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, it's not only me in this world. I
Right.
have another theory. We are like, small ants, and we are all connect to each other. We all connect to each other, and all our thoughts even, connect to each other, especially. And yeah, that's my theory. I don't know how it works, but this is, in my
Yeah, there's
imagination, it
global
works.
consciousness.
Yes,
We're all
yes,
connected.
yes, yes. We're all connected. I believe in Carl Gustav Jung and all, collective unconsciousness. And yeah, I believe in this theory. And yeah, I like to think we are like all small ants and we connect to each other. And that's why I think some people can smile you on the street, maybe if you will notice this. And your day will becomes completely another,
Yeah.
just someone, you know, smiling to you. That's it. And you don't know. When you go out, you don't know whom you can meet. And here it's just like, yeah. Sometimes it happens to me. Sometimes I'm thinking about, I'm serious, I'm just concentrated on some projects and small and serious stuff. And I think, oh gosh, yes, I have to do this. Then I go out and I just remember I have a habit. When I go out, I have to smile. And when I go out on the street, I always smile. And, I can see the world, like can change, even I can smile to someone and uh, I see their face, and I see, oh gosh, even they don't smile me back, it doesn't matter, but they can feel my energy, they can feel my intention, good intention, and they feel good. I already know they feel good, and
Right.
and it makes me more happy, and I think, okay, yes, I'm a hero today. Yes, I make one person happy. Yeah, I'm.
No, like Tony Robbins says, the secret to life is giving. When you give, it's fulfilling. It's really
Yeah,
fulfilling.
and that's it. Small things, yeah, it
Right.
makes me happy.
It's been it's been so good. This episode has been so good, and there's so much we could talk about. I have like
Yeah.
topics going like crazy in my head that we're gonna talk about during another time. So
Okay.
I would suggest that we get to the last final three questions of
Yeah.
of this episode. So you can give like brief answers. You don't even have to like go in depth with these questions. And the first one would be, if you could go back in time and talk to your teenage self, 13, 14-year-old teenage self, what is the ultimate advice that you would give to that younger version of yourself?
Love. Love. Yeah.
Love.
It's very important to love, because some people even, forget how to love. They just smile, but they don't love. But I can love, like really love. It's like, yeah, because all troubles just goes away, and yeah, it's just like go away, and yeah,
Love.
love. Yeah, to love. It's important to love every day, because it's about inner child. It's about this feeling like, yeah, I'm laughing a lot with my dog, I'm laughing a lot with my friends when I talk to them. Oh gosh, I'm laughing a lot. Sometimes I feel pain, in my belly, like yeah, because yeah,
That's
it's
good.
just yeah, it's like it's amazing feeling. Yeah.
And self-love as well, right?
Yes, yes, of course, yes.
And before we get to the last question, can you share with the audience where they can connect with you? And can you tell us about your services as well? And also when your book is going to be published, if there is a date for it in English.
um, in English, I hope it will be translated till the end of October. And after that, I will find some editor, and I will send, letters to all of them. To all of them in USA, in UK, in Europe. I will find someone who want to publish my books, I will find someone, I'm sure. And yeah, it would be, I hope till the end of this year I will find someone who wants to publish it. Yeah, because of course I understand I'm unknown after I'm unknown writer, but I'm not quite unknown in Russia. I'm not famous, but I have my auditory. Yeah, I have
Yeah,
my
your audience, your
followers, my
yeah,
audience. Yeah,
yeah.
I have my audience. I have my followers, and yes, of course, yeah, I can sell people. I can sell my book in Russia, and after that, yeah. And yes, I'm on Facebook, I'm in Instagram, I'm Irina Del Sol, Irina Khmelevskaya. Yeah, but now I want to change my name, Irina Del Sol.
Yeah, I will put the links in the description anyways. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. And yeah, people can just find me Irina Del Sol or Irina Khmelevskaya, yeah, in Instagram. And I have website about my book in English, in Russian, in English, and in Spanish. And one guy helped me to translate it in Italian. And I already have some people who want me to help with my book, translated in other languages, because they saw some moments from this book, some small short stories, and they decided they want to help me to translate it in another languages and to publish it in other countries. Yeah, it's not only about English, it would be in Spanish. I hope next year it would be the year of my book, and I want to publish it in different languages. I want to find someone who helps me with money, to translate, to find editors, and yeah, in other languages, and yeah, I will publish it. Totally.
What about your services as a consultant?
Consulted?
Yeah.
You mean like
As,
a psychologist?
right.
Yes, of course. Yeah, I work with people like normal psychologist, like normal coach, life
People could
coach.
also reach out to you then.
Yes, of course, they can write me because I work in English and in Russian,
Yeah.
but I'm still thinking about Spanish. I need to improve a little bit, maybe a few months, and I will improve my Spanish, and I can work with people. Even now, they want to work with me in Spanish already, but I'm not ready to work with them because I think, it's another level, a little bit improve my Spanish, and after that I can work with them in Spanish, even in Spanish.
All right. Now, last question.
Yeah.
What is your message to the world?
Wow. We are all connected. We are all connected. Yeah, that's it.
Irina, I want to acknowledge you and thank you for being such a bright light in this world, radiating so much contagious positive energy and so much love. Honestly, you're one of the kindest beings I've ever met, and I'm truly thankful that the universe put us in alignment to connect with each other. And may your life, as well as the lives of your loved ones, continue to be filled with a lot of love, a lot of light, and a lot of abundance. So a lot of gratitude to you, and just a big thank you.
Thank you so much, Michael, to invite me to this interview. Yeah, I'm so happy even, to talk about my book, to talk about my products, and yeah, I can share with people who will listening, and I can share my energy, and we can share our energy together, and I'm sure it would be like, wow, it would be like fire, and yeah, I hope, yeah, we can motivate people to find three miracles, to be more happy, and to be happy even with small things. And remember, we all connected like an ants, Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's it for today's episode. Peace out.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Let's go. We did it.
Yeah, we did it. Thank you so